EE. I gotta close the door for that, yeah? Sims. Where's the EE? Yeah, let me grab this one. Done. Yes, I'm done. Alright, nice one. Okay, so as always, I'm going to be naming the tools I've got in front of me. Some you may know from the last episode, such as the Sim 800 modules, but we've got a few new ones which you may be wondering what on earth is that. First, we'll start with the RTL-SDR and the HackRF. Now, what these are software-defined radios, essentially just devices and tools that allow us to analyze the radio spectrum. Because in this episode, we're going to be dealing with the interception of 2G radio transmission, it's essential that you know what these are. Right next to the Sim 800L, you'll notice a Neo 6 module. Now, this is basically a GPS module. We'll be using this when we're making a tracking device, and this is what will allow us to gather the location data and to tell the device where it is at specific moments in time. What I have here is the bottom half of a Nokia and the PCB stripped down. Now, as you can see, inside of a Nokia literally looks similar and resembles these SIM modules right here. And this is basically what devices look like when stripped down. You can open any device from this software-defined radio to my 3D printer to this DC power bank, and you will see inside of it somewhere is just a PCB with some components on it like so. Hopefully this just clears any confusion and makes it less intimidating. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, so what you're looking at here is an ESP32 powered GPS tracker. We've got the ESP32 chip here that's going to control the logic, followed by the SIM card module, Sim 800L. This is going to relay all information and text it to a phone of my choice. We've got the GPS module here, a Neo 6M, along with the GPS antenna. And what these two components are used for is to retrieve the location data. So I could program this tracker here to alert my phone whenever it leaves London, for example. And once it leaves London, this module here will send a text to my phone and say, hey, left London and this is my GPS coordinates. So it's quite useful. However, because it is SIM card powered, there are a few flaws that we need to be aware of. Any message or GPS coordinates sent by the device can be accessed by the SIM card's provider, in my case EE. This is particularly concerning when you consider their privacy policy, which clearly states they may share your data with third parties, including local authorities, as well as admin centers based overseas in the Philippines and India. Secondly, if the device is physically intercepted, the SIM card can be removed and analyzed using forensic software and SIM card readers. This allows an attacker to extract stored data, including text history, contact information, and metadata about recent activity, potentially revealing who the device has been communicating with and when. At the start of the video, I said we'd get into 2G interception, and that's exactly what we're about to do. In my hand, I'm holding a HackRF PortaPack. It's a powerful tool for mobile reconnaissance and on-the-go signal scanning. It's running a custom firmware called Mayhem, which includes an application called Looking Glass. From here, we can select a preloaded frequency band. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm selecting GSM 2G. Once it loads, we start seeing raw waveform data. This is live radio frequency activity coming in from the surrounding cell towers. But at this level, we're only seeing what's on the surface. To dig deeper, I'm switching to an RTL-SDR. It's a receive-only software-defined radio, and I'm pairing it with a laptop running Kali Linux, a forensic-grade operating system. Once Kali Linux is up, I'm going to launch GSM, a tool that lets me tune into GSM frequencies and begin decoding live packets right away. On the left screen, we can see the digital heartbeat of the cellular network. This is where Wireshark is decoding real-time GSM protocol messages. Each line in the table represents a received or intercepted communication, ranging from paging requests as the network searches for new mobile devices to system information broadcasts that reveal tower configurations and network parameters. You'll see some fields that say GSM tap. This indicates the protocol layer being decoded and gives insight into how the data is flowing through the network stack. On the right screen, we have raw electromagnetic activity. A spectrum analyzer is displaying live radio frequency data. Those blue peaks represent active cellular carriers, each one transmitting at specific frequencies with measurable power levels. Even today's 4G and 5G powered devices can fall back to 2G when signal strength drops. That fallback can expose our communication to exactly the kind of passive interception I'm displaying right here. Now, to be clear, the packets being captured in this demonstration contain only public broadcasted data. No user data is being decoded or stored on my system. However, What this setup does show is the potential for surveillance and the security risks that still exist in legacy cellular infrastructure. I'm 44 Jack, thanks for watching, like, subscribe and stay tuned for part 3. I'm gone.